Well, it is a cool evening on day 8 of the Fello 30-day listing challenge. Today, I spent my entire day in a quagmire of problems for things that I already have either LOIs on or a contract on. Example number 1, I have a building for lease on Collins Avenue. And, it's an old building. So, because of its age and its particular elevation, and the fact that it needs a gut renovation, is creating some complications with respect to a FEMA regulation and some doubt, as to whether or not, even if all FEMA regulations are followed or can be followed, will we be able to get our permits? Doesn't matter whose business is going to end up there. I got a lineup of LOIs on this place. So there's that, and that took a long time to get sorted today, because the seller is eager to get moving, and at the same time, we're still looking at due diligence. Item number 2, condos, I feel really bad for homeowners, however, you can only feel so bad. It's not like, they didn't know at the beginning of 2024 that 2025 was coming and that reserve requirements would be, forthcoming, and that you need to get all sorts of work. Wouldn't you know, almost every single one of them waited to the last minute to get a structural reserve study. Anything 3 stories or more has to have one. And now I have a property that I can't sell, basically, because everybody wants this study done, and it ain't going to be done until probably the end of the year, if it gets done at all. So there's that, and I had to get that sorted today, and I've got to figure out a way to, get it sold. Point number 3, you've got to purchase a sale contract, a home out in West Broward, and let's just say, if you're a lender, you have a mortgage license, you're practicing, I would strongly urge you to reconsider from doing things the old way. And actually find some way, such as, let's say, a CRM that regularly mails those involved, such as the realtor, to keep track of things, so that we know what's happening with the file. Obviously, there's some things that are confidential that we may not have access to, and that's fine. But it shouldn't take 30 days to get a loan commitment under most, and I mean most circumstances. Typically, that is done by day 20. Sometimes it's done even way earlier, especially people who are leveraging United Wholesale Mortgage like I do, definitely you're doing a disservice to your clients if it's taking 30 days to get a loan approval, So there's another situation. Then there's number 4. I got a certain townhome by the beach that is pretty old, needs a lot of work. And once you know at inspection, that's when the guest shower decides to flood, and down to the downstairs unit, downstairs floor, So basically, you start the shower upstairs, water is coming out from under the wall on the first floor, which means it's coming down the pipe. It's breaking the pipe someplace. This is almost as big as, it's not as tragic, but I had a listing go on fire last year when in a condominium, the heater, water heater, was just underneath the air conditioner, and so when the inspector turns on the heated high, for whatever reason, the circuitry couldn't handle it, and wouldn't you know, the AC got burned by the burning water heater down below, and that was a very expensive fix, and it also delayed closing a little bit. But we were able to get it done because I got an amazing general contractor. His name's Julian. You could ask me about him. Definitely would recommend him anytime. But anyways, this is creating another situation because, we have a cash buyer. Obviously, they're going to want a better deal. But, the sellers have already priced it, basically, pretty close to the gut reno price, It's not something at a price where an investor, per se, would buy it, but it's definitely priced at a level where somebody who plans on living in it would buy it. So there's that. That further complicated my day, and I had to put in an extension because now we need some time to send in a plumber, and I want to make sure that the buyer doesn't feel pressured to make a decision before and cancel the contract before the sellers can even have an idea of, are they wanting to pay for a plumber or do they want to give it up in the price, right? So I wanted to make the buyer nice and cozy and I offered them 7-day inspection extension. So there was that. Then we got other technical stuff. I got an insurance license, 215, and helping my broker build his new website. So that took time today. And I also had a whole bunch of people that were unrelated to listings to call that are in my sphere that are actually quite necessary to my existence as a professional, at least in my opinion. So there's that. Finally, there's training my VA, who's only a month in, and I haven't even gotten him in MLS. I just need him using the apps, tools, making the calls, building rapport, all that good stuff, that I need him to do while I handle a lot of this stuff that, frankly, only a licensee can handle. I'm the one renegotiating the contracts. I'm the one doing that. And by the way, you hear that? That person added a muffler to their car to make it sound faster. That is one of the most retarded things that I think anybody can do. And if they think that they're actually making a woman more attracted to them, they got another thing coming. They clearly don't know women that well. Women like quiet and peace. So anyways, it's been a day. So 0 listing appointments set. But I have made this video for the Fello 30-day listing challenge day 8. You have a good night. Cheers.